Hello everybody and welcome back to Dawn of Man. What we are seeing here right now is Kerner trying to push a megalith, to pull a megalith back to my town. It's a rolling megalith. She's trying quite diligently. I don't know how strong she really is. It looks like she is pretty strong. I hope someone is helping her because that is the last megalith that we need. That is the last megalith for our monument. I think it's a monument because it took quite some time. The stone circle that we have over here only needs one more megalith, and then we finally have all the materials required for our little Stonehenge. Now while Kerner is trying to do that all herself, by herself, hopefully, yeah, we can see that there is some help coming. While she's doing that, let's have a look at our village. We do have a bustling town. I've also built a min here now, so that is the other building with the megaliths that you can have. It only requires one megalith though. Beautiful as it is erected in the middle of my town. People can go here and pray or whatever, and it keeps morale pretty high, I'd say. So when we look at our population right now, as we can see, welfare is at 98%. That is pretty high. And with Stonehenge coming in now, the prestige will then also skyrocket once again, even more. Now we do have a few problems, as we can see, but those are really luxury problems. We cannot grow anymore. Our population is at 60. We do not have any space anymore, so we do need to get more huts, right? So that is one thing. Huts fortunately are really cheap, so yeah, they don't really matter that much. We can build another one here and probably have, let's see, 2 more, 3 more in this area there. Should be fine. And yeah, as we can see, it's getting quite full in my little town. So we do have a few huts, a few more huts. We have Stonehenge, and then, well, then we can finally advance to the next age, the Copper Age. And yeah, I was waiting for the stone circle here to be finished because I don't want to have 2 big major construction sites at the same time. So the Stonehenge and the next age, which will come with more raider attacks and stuff like that, and the mining. So I want to finish one by one. Stone circle now. Let's just wait for the last megalith to come in. By now, I feel more people are finally pulling the megalith back to town. Another problem though that we have while the megalith is on its way is that we don't have enough space for all the animals anymore. As we can see, we have lots of animals now. We have goats, we have sheep, we have pigs, and they need space. So we do have 3 stables, and 3 stables, especially during winter, is not enough anymore. We also need another stable, probably, yeah, somewhere close here to my fields. I like it to have them close to the fields, and yeah, well, that is not looking good. We need a better space for that, obviously. I want to have it a bit more organized. Do we still have some... It's a pity that we cannot build really anything on hills, because we got so many hills and it's absolutely totally wasted space. Over here we can have something though, right? Having another stable then in here. The thing is, let's get rid of those trees there. I like the trees in my town, but we have way too many trees in this area of the city, as we can call it now, I think, or a village. Well, we have 62. I think that's pretty high population for the Stone Age. Getting rid of those trees, then we can build more houses in that area. More and more animals are also coming to my town, which is really strange. I'm still hunting them down, even though we don't need that necessarily anymore. Since we have now more than 40 animals domesticated in the town, I do have, well, an endless supply of meat and skin. So as we can see, leather and dry skin is quite high on my list here as well. The same with my outfit. So wool is catching up too, because now that we have the sheep, we can get endless wool from the sheep and then make wool outfits out of that. Pretty cool stuff. Where is my megalith? The last one takes the longest. There it is. Only one is now pulling it again. And finally, there it is, the last megalith. Now my people can finally build it as well. There it's coming up, build progression, and our Stonehenge is now in the last stages of its completion. I think this is the biggest building that we have for the spirituality. There's a statue here and there's a banner, but that's it. This is definitely the biggest one that we have. And there it is, first structure, stone circle. We get 3 knowledge out of that and another 2 knowledge because we have unlocked the megalomania. My people will go crazy, bonkers with meditating, looking at the stars and whatnot. This monumental building has taken me about 40 minutes now to build, and well, the reward is quite big. 5 knowledge points and 60 prestige on my scale. So we have now 324 prestige. That means that more or better traders and more immigrants will arrive in my town from now on. It's time, I think, finally, after this monumental building, that we advance to the next age, which is the Copper Age. Our defenses are lined up. I think one more guard post up here would be a good idea. Other than that, we have everything we need. Let's advance to the Copper Age, which will unlock us the copper mine, charcoal pit, the pit furnace, metalsmith, and copper tools. There we are. Copper Age has been unlocked. Copper smelting has been unlocked. We have now the pit furnace and the metalsmith. And we can finally go with copper. So copper tools will be way more efficient than before. Also defense. One of the keys to survival is to defend your settlement against hostile animals and raiders. This will happen more often now. And let's have a look at our other research options that we would have now. The donkey, the cattle, the fruit tree. Not the best options, I think. So the bronze smelting is the Bronze Age then. Let's start with copper smelting though first. Metallurgy we have now unlocked, and the copper mine as well with that. Let's find us a beautiful spot for it. And as we know, we are quite unlucky with the positioning of the copper ore deposits. We have one here though. It's the next one in line that we have, and look at the distance. Anyway, this is the mine that we go with. So let's go with the copper mine. There it is, and we can build it finally. Charcoal pill is another thing that we need. Pit. With that we can make, well, coal, and we should have that probably in our smithing area. We haven't even defined a smithing area yet, and I think this one here is a nice spot. It is, well, to the north of my settlement. It's far away from my village huts and my fields because it's making a lot of dirt and noise. So I think this is a good location for it. Let's have our pit over here. And then we can have the pit furnace, which is a rather smaller two. Let's take 2 of that, right? And the metalsmith. This one here we can now have then the metal tools. And yeah, I think over here is a good location, just beside our granary. And as we can see, the copper is only the first step towards a higher metal working. We have the tin mine, the iron mine, and then the deep iron mine as well. Blacksmith and bloomery, those 2 are still locked. For now we have the metalsmith, which will make us then copper tools. Another building that we've unlocked in the production tree is the workshop. So this will make us miscellaneous tools. I think at least, right? Yeah. So let's have the workshop as well. We can have the workshop somewhere over here. So people that come then into the town, they will then just pass, you know, my smiths, going into the center, seeing my monument here, my menhir, and then, well, going deeper into the town there. I think this is going to look nice. And my people are diligent. As we can see, construction starts immediately. We still get the message that I don't have enough stable space. The thing with that is though that my animals are reproducing way too quickly. I get way too many animals, so it doesn't matter how many stables I build, I would just get more. So I'm not going to build more stables for now. The problem is that I would need more and more straw and water for all of these animals, and the faster I grow here, I could have a problem then with my straw production, and then I would probably lose a lot of animals in the process. So we're not doing it for now. I'm just going to wait for these buildings here. The metalsmith is coming up and the workshop. We have built now 10 watchtowers as well. Gives us another knowledge, and 4 humans have joined. We still have space for 4 more, and my population is now at 68. That's quite cool. Huge town, and the metalsmith has been built. Another knowledge point with that. Copper spear, as we can see, now the tools are coming up. So the only thing that we would need here then is, well, copper. The pit furnace is there, where we can have the copper. We do need soft metal, or that is a soft metal, and we would need the copper ore, and I think tin. Or no, it's actually coal, right? Because coal we are making here. As we can see, it's already happening. We need to spend logs. We have lots of logs in store. The workshop has been built. There we have the fishing rod. That is a new thing. We can now also build a sledge here right away. And the fishing rod. Let's get some fishing rods there. Should be easier to hunt then. And yep, some bows and slings we don't need. But fishing rods, that's pretty cool. Let's just build a lot of them. Because it's really not needing many resources there. Wool we have basically endless with the sheep. In that case, that makes sense. And the tools is fine. This is still fine now too. So all we need really is the copper. Which is happening over here. Still needs to be built though. And the first charcoal has been produced. We have now 12 charcoal. So over 10 have been built with only 3 logs. Or produced with only 3 logs. Quite a lot. And yeah, now we have everything then for the copper smelting process. Only copper ore is needed. A trader has arrived. What do you have in store for us? Some copper ore now. Let's just get 3 copper ore. It's really cheap. And sheep we have enough. Tools we have enough. Perhaps some wool that we can use for the fishing rods, speeding it the whole process a bit up there. And the value is 50, so we do have enough skin outfits. Some wool outfit there as well, even though I'm surprised. Oh, what I can see is the skin outfit has lost its value. So wool outfit is the most valuable outfit that we can have here. Flint sickle perhaps, let's give them 2. Some bone. Some flint, we have plenty of that. Oh, that's already it. Very good. Getting some copper ore. And as we can see, animal has gone extinct, the mammoth and the rhino. So it's good that we hunted them before, because now they're extinct. And population reached 50. We have 50 animals now living in the town. I think dogs count towards that though as well. So I hope we have enough straw. We have 62 straw in store right now. That should bring us over the winter until the next harvest. So right now we have a good production of that. Also, the fields in my town taking a lot of space. We will probably have to move them out to this area here later. Yeah, once we get rid of all the trees. I don't know. We'll see about that. The copper mine has been built. So now we finally have a source of copper ore. 65 that is fitting in such a mine, or is in such a mine. I don't know if we can make it into a deep mine later then. And yeah, very good. Copper is being smelted now as well. And there we got the first copper bar that we can now use as resource for our tools. Of course, the goal is then to go with swords at some point, but for that we'll need iron. Flint mine is exhausted now. Oh, and it just vanishes. Okay, I'm fine with that. We have lots of flint anyway in the surrounding area. Just beside it we have another one that is over, yeah, outside of my walls actually, but it should be fine still. I don't think the raiders will attack it. And beautiful, we are actually now producing the first copper spear. I think there's lots of knowledge points waiting for us then with the copper that have been unlocked now. Fishing rods, do we have some in store now? Nope, we still don't have any fishing rods in store. We do have the wool though, we do have the sticks. Should be coming in though. Should make fishing easier. And as we can see, we're not hunting, yet we do have meat in store. Very good. After the winter, I think we're going to slaughter a few animals, or before the winter, the old ones anyway. And let's also have some hunting. A reindeer. There we have a smaller population of ibex. As we can see, what is happening in winter is that straw is running out. So we definitely have too many animals right now to feed. We have survived this winter, but we lost 2 animals in the process. It's not that bad yet. Harvest season will bring us more straw again, but well, I think we do need more fields. 2 more human have joined, so we have 70 population now. Very cool. And yeah, we are having actually the production here. working. Finally, we have the copper tools coming in. So I think it is time to move right to the next age, because in Copper Age, I don't see that many useful things here. The next very useful age is then the Bronze Age. So we have the copper, we have the tin mine with that, and then the iron smelting. And finally, we can have weapons: bronze sword, bronze axe, bronze knife, and let's go with it. There we have it. Bronze Age has been unlocked. Masonry we could unlock now. That gives us a better wall then. And the sword making is the sword tag that we can have. And I think we can go with that right away. Let's do that. Sword making has been unlocked. Bronze smelting, Bronze Age sword making. We still have 15 knowledge points. Well, that's a good thing that we have acquired so much of that. And tin mine is the new thing that we need. So let's have a look around. Where do we have the tin? I think we have lots of copper. There's lots of copper, iron, flint. I don't see any tin though. There is another flint mine. On the other side of the lake, there we have tin ore deposits. A bit far away, but it should be fine. And let's use this one here as a new mine, the tin mine that we have then. So that's tin, copper, charcoal. That's it actually for this area. And I don't even need a new building, because the new tag has been unlocked in the metalsmith right away. There we have the bronze sword now, hand-to-hand combat weapon, very good for fighting. Let's get us a few of those. And since population is capped, once again, let's also have a few huts. And we need a new area for those huts, because over on this side here we have lots of huts already. I mean, we could theoretically squeeze in a few more, but let's just, you know, spread the population of my town there with having 2 more huts then on this side. Those are the hut dwellers, the hill dwellers, because they're on the hills. After a little bit of time, we get the first raider attack in the new age. Oh, what? Yeah, quite a lot of people there. Let's sound the horn for everything, for our defense, and I hope people actually jump to the wooden platform. They are very good. I hope you have... Nope, you don't have a bow. Why are you jumping onto that if you don't even have a bow? Okay, some people outside here get now killed because they're too far outside. We do have a few watchtowers. I hope they do the worst to them for now. And as we can see, the attack starts. They're attacking the watchtower right away. That is a bit unfair, right? They can shoot over my palisade. And they're coming one by one towards my main defense. That's a good thing. And we can throw with spears from the wooden platforms. Pretty cool. Quite the epic battle. 20 raiders have been killed so far. 2 knowledge points. That's actually almost all of them. Are they still coming towards us? Yes, they're still coming towards us. And I think they're fleeing. Yeah, they're fleeing. Very good. We've defended well. We haven't even... I don't think we have lost anyone in this battle there, have we? I only see dead raiders here. None of my own. There is some copper axe, a shield lying around. Perhaps we can collect those things. Let's put everyone back to work again. Off you go. And get us more weapons, please. We need more swords, especially against those raiders. Even those spears were quite useful from up here, from the platforms. I've lost a palisade here. Was destroyed. I actually lost the watchtower as well. So we could have way more... Oh, a cave lion attack, and someone has been killed by it. I think... Oh, there are quite a lot of cave lions out here. Some of this one went too far. It went for the tin mine, right? That is over on this side. So we do need... probably do need a more defense on that side of the river there as well. Of the lake. Otherwise, they will always get attacked by animals. The palace... I want to finish my defense. Another watchtower once again. All the other watchtowers are intact. And the wooden platform was so effective just now. Incredible. I want to have more of these wooden palisades. So here we have another one. If there is a raider attack coming from that side. And probably... Yep. If they attack again, we can have more people up there on this platform. So We have the platform here, here, and on this side. That should be fine. If there's an attack coming from that side, we don't have any platform. Nope. Let's get 2 platforms on that side here as well, just in case if there's an attack coming from the hills. So far so good. We've survived the first big raider attack of the Carp Rage, even though we are actually far, yeah, in the Bronze Age. And, shield making sounds tempting. The same with composite archery. Composite archery gives us better bows. Let's go with that. Now I just need to figure out where we can actually build it then. Or construct it. Unlocks the composite bow. We can craft this. It's the most effective hunting weapon, but of course also useful for fighting. And there it is, the composite bow. And it requires, once again, wool and sticks. So let's have a few of them. Wool is something we don't have anymore because we lost a few sheeps. We lost a few sheeps there, and the last sheeps, I think. In that case, we need to find more mouflons. And with them, we can then... There is, for example, one that we can capture. Get our sheep population up again. There are actually lots of them. Let's capture the young ones. Ibex we don't need. That's it. 3 of them. 3 will not be enough to have a stable population, so they will extinct. Well, we lose them again at some point. Ibex is not enough there. No idea. We'll need to find more mouflons then. And definitely something that we need is more straw. We do have 3 kind of crops here. Flour is though plentiful, you know, for the bread. So we could use, for example, this one here. What is that? Barley, einkorn, emmer. Let's use the emmer up here. And I think let's go with 0 crops and endless straw. Or production limit for grain is set to 100 units or 50 units. I think 50 units will be fine. This applies for all of it. And production limit for straw is set to unlimited. Let's actually make 100 grain. So they produce both of those things, but straw is just as equally as important. Because the animals, of course, give us milk, they give us skin, they give us meat. Lots of important things. Harvest season has begun. We also have the first swords in storage now and fishing rods as well. So fishing should be more efficient now. And with the swords, the next raider attack can't come soon enough. Of course, we need way more swords. Copper is also being, the copper tools also being crafted. And with the harvest, we should hopefully get way more straw in this time. And as we can see, it's climbing already for a nice successful harvest. But more fields will be needed, of course. Stay tuned.